Round 3 of the 2023 World Championship saw MotoGP head to Texas for the Red Bull Grand Prix of the Americas. It was a weekend to remember for Alex Rins, who delivered LCR Honda their first win since 2018, while the Spaniard continued his love affair with the circuit of the Americas, having taken his first ever Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP wins at the Austin track. He can now add a maiden Honda victory to that list, while Luca Marini and Fabio Quartararo also had cause for celebrations as they got their seasons up and running with excellent podium finishes. Outside the top 3, there was plenty more action that you may not have caught, so these are your other battles from the Americas Grand Prix. Maverick Viñales started 8th on the grid, but yet another disappointing launch from the line saw him slip down the pecking order and left him in a battle for 13th after the opening corner. He was back up to 10th by the end of the first lap as Jorge Martin, Alex Marquez and teammate Aleix Espargaro all crashed ahead of him, and then he began to find his groove. On lap 4, he managed to get the better of Brad Binder at turn 12, while one lap later at the same corner, he moved past Aprilia satellite counterpart Miguel Oliveira. Lap 8 saw him make it a hat-trick of overtakes at 12, with Johan Zarco next up at the left-hander. Viñales was now in 5th due to Pecco Bagnaya's crash out front, but Top Gun nearly coughed up the position after wobbling and going wide at turn 19. And he had Oliveira breathing down his neck, but the number 12 recovered and could once again set about chasing down Marco Bezzecchi. He eventually did that on lap 14, and from there Maverick held on for his second best race result of the year, but was left wondering what could have been if he had had a better race start. It was a positive outing from Miguel Oliveira too. The Crypto Data RNF rider had yet to collect any points on a Sunday, but he changed that in round 3. Qualifying 15th on the grid was less than ideal, but by the end of the opening lap he was up to 8th. On lap 4 he gained another position after a move past Zarco at the final corner. While he couldn't quite capitalise on Viñales going wide, he did manage to get by Bezzecchi on lap 14, only moments after another Aprilia had done so. That helped Oliveira to a 5th place finish and 11 championship points, while World Championship leader Bezzecchi had to settle for 6th as he faded during the closing stages of the race. A little further back, Fabio Di Giannantonio, Augusto Fernandez and Stefan Bradl engaged in a race-long battle. The three were inseparable on track as they benefited from others' misfortune to move into a battle for the final places inside the top 10. Unfortunately for Bradl, he didn't manage to take the checkered flag as with just a few laps to go, the Honda replacement rider crashed out at turn 13. Then there were 2 left, and Di Giannantonio took the win in this fight as he got the better drive to the line to beat Fernandez to 9th place by just 0.2 of a second. The dust has now settled on a COTA cracker, and it's time to look forward. Up next is the Spanish Grand Prix from April 28th as MotoGP returns to Jerez. It's set to be another brilliant weekend of racing, so make sure you tune in then.